What's up, you lean, mean strength machines? Coach Joe here at the Lions Den to discuss an important question from my man Adam. Adam asked a question on my Snapchat, so if you're not on my Snapchat, please add me. I will post it right here. The question has to do with CrossFit. Adam says, you seem to do a lot of CrossFit workouts. Do you have a CrossFit box? What are your thoughts on CrossFit overall? Awesome question. Let's get to the bottom of it. Alright, so we'll start off with my background with CrossFit. I've done CrossFit for a number of years. I did the CrossFit Open for a CrossFit box called CrossFit Apex. I was also a member at CrossFit Q in Quakertown for quite some time. And my overall experience has been very good with CrossFit. I like CrossFit a lot, so I just want to throw that out there. The pros of CrossFit. I think that CrossFit does a great job of getting the general population in shape and doing functional fitness. So that's awesome. So for the average person, CrossFit is a great way to get into fitness. I also think that CrossFit does an amazing job with community. I've never felt more at home than I have when I've been a member at a CrossFit box. They're very welcoming people. They're people that care about you, support you, and it's not really about the individual. It's mostly just about the community and growing great people within your box. Now, there are some CrossFit boxes that are a little bit different, but I would say for the most part, it's very community-based. Another huge pro of CrossFit is that it got barbells in people's hands. A lot of people, especially women or even elderly people, were afraid of using barbells, and you often see these huge success stories of older people and women getting very, very beautiful bodies and physiques through using a barbell, as well as the older population who never thought they would touch a barbell lifting some weight. So it kind of took away the stigma of girls can't lift weights, as well as age restriction on using a barbell. Pro is that it has staple workouts for you to see your progress. So there are the hero workouts or the girl workouts, and like Fran's a huge one. So you can do Fran when you start your CrossFit journey, and then a year or two later, check where your Fran time is at and actually see your improvements. Sometimes I often see when I go to gyms, people are just walking around and they're never actually tracking their progress. So they almost don't even know if they're getting better, and sometimes they're getting better at a very slow rate. Where in a CrossFit box, you can actually see your progress right then and there, and it's very cool and it keeps you motivated. As some of you may know, there's the CrossFit Games, which even though it's a very small percentage of the population that actually get to the CrossFit Games, they have the CrossFit Open, which is such a cool experience for people to compete against others as well as themselves in just a basic competition. So it gives people something to look forward to and to train for every single year, which keeps people's interest. All right, so the cons. Now, before I even get into the cons, I just want to mention that I'm pro all fitness, okay? I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. They all have pros, they all have cons, and it all pertains to the individual and their goals. So with that, I'm just gonna throw out some general cons of CrossFit, or things to watch out for in CrossFit that you may just wanna be careful of. I would say something to watch out for in CrossFit is that a lot of CrossFit workouts are for time. So when doing a workout for time, it is hard to make sure that you have your ego in check, because you could be lifting heavy weights. Now, moving a heavy weight under time and losing your form can lead to injury. Now, that's not necessarily CrossFit's fault, that's actually your fault, but you better make sure that you have good coaches who are always watching out for you, okay? Too often do I see a lot of people who just jump right into CrossFit, don't know much about it, start deadlifting 275 and doing 21, 15, 9 type of rep scheme, and then their back blows out. Now, is it their fault or CrossFit's fault? I don't know, that's for you to decide, but that's something to be aware of. Make sure that you keep proper form and proper technique so you don't get injured. Now, CrossFit is very specialized in not specializing. So they have these athletes who are pretty much good, average at everything. Now, what that does lack is sometimes strength components. So a lot of the times when you go to a CrossFit box, they focus heavily on metabolic conditioning and they lack in some strength aspects. So for me personally, I had to do strength training outside of the CrossFit box because I wasn't getting enough of it in the box. So if that makes sense, if you're somebody who's looking to get really strong, okay, you're not so much concerned about your conditioning, that's where CrossFit box may not be the best for you because they do a lot of everything. So you're steadily gonna get better at everything. Whether if you were trying to get good at strength specifically, you could go a lot faster, where CrossFit's just gonna be a nice gradual plane because you're boosting your strength and your lungs at the same time. Originally, when I started CrossFit, it was really just CrossFit only, and they were very against barbell curls. They didn't do any boot camps, and it was very specific. It was almost about 9 to 12 movements that you constantly did over and over again. Now, it seems like they are broadening their range of classes and movements, which is kind of cool. So you get more of a blend, but I would say, like I said earlier, if you're looking to do weight specific things or get stronger, you either should look into like a barbell club rather than a CrossFit gym, or if your CrossFit gym offers a barbell club, that's something you'd want to get involved with. I also would be careful being the average person doing the kipping and the butterfly pull-ups, because it puts a lot of stress on your glenohumeral joint in your shoulder. So be careful. I often say if you're an extreme athlete such as a CrossFitter or a competitive weightlifter or powerlifter, anything at an elite level is actually not good for you. So when you see these CrossFitters, that's their sport and they will literally do or die for that sport. So they don't really think too much about the problems that can arise, although they do a lot of mobility drills. For the general person who's just looking to get in shape, I don't think that kipping and butterfly pull-ups are actually necessary for you, but that's just my opinion. And just be aware of that. Make sure that you're keeping your shoulders healthy as well as mobilizing and staying flexible, because if you're doing a ton of pull-ups like that, it could cause wear and tear on the shoulders and then injury. The last thing to look out for in CrossFit is program design, okay? CrossFit has a very random yet calculated program design, if that makes sense. I am actually a CrossFit Level 1 certified coach, so I've been through the Level 1 seminar where they do explain how they do the programming. Although I would say, for me being a coach and what I do, I take a lot of time to program, and some boxes that I've been in where it's just people who want to open the box and look more for profit than they actually want to invest in their customers. Normally they just pick a program offline and just spit it out and do whatever the program says, when sometimes that may not be the best thing for your client. So just be aware of who your coaches are, what their intentions are, and the programming and what the program is designed to do for you. That's it, guys. Overall, I love CrossFit. I'm very grateful for the experiences I've had with CrossFit. I am not a CrossFit box. I decided not to affiliate with CrossFit. I'm going to be a strength and conditioning facility and be my own brand. But to say the least is CrossFit's great. It makes people stronger, makes them faster, more explosive, athletic, and it put barbells back in people's hands. So I'm very grateful for anything that has to do with people and barbells, especially women and barbells. I'm very pro for that. Strength is beauty, my friends. Keep lifting, getting stronger, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, give it a like, and stay tuned for tons of content. I drop videos every single day. Thanks.